Spring rolls are one of my favourite things. In fact, anything that's deep fried is a favourite thing of mine. In my pan here, I have some onions that are caramelised beautifully, and I've just thrown in some garlic that's been roughly chopped. That's got a nice sweet flavour, and the garlic is beautiful. I've left it roughly chopped because I want those chunks of garlic through this mixture. This is a really easy thing to make. The onion and garlic in there, olive oil, and in goes the cabbage. Now, when I add the cabbage, I add a bit of salt because I want to soften it up really, really quickly. Listen to that sizzle. It's amazing. It's almost like we're deep frying it already. There's a lot of heat in there. Now, I've got some corn as well, some sweet corn that's been cooked already, and some carrot. Now, I've got some chicken mince here, about 500 grams. Now, it's just a matter of breaking it up with the back of the spoon. And while I'm breaking it up, I'll add some pepper. I love white pepper in this, and plenty of it. It gives it a really, really nice flavour. Now, because I'm adding meat, I'm also going to add some salt to it and mix it around. This will take a couple of minutes, and by the time the chicken's cooked and the veggies are softened up, we'll be ready to go. Okay, a little stir around like this, and it's cooked all the way through. My cabbage is softened up, and all the veggies are perfect. Into this little plate here. Now, I've had this plate in the freezer, and that will allow it to cool down quickly. I should pop this mixture into the fridge and let it cool down properly, but I like to get this going now. Now, I've got some fresh coriander, and I'll chop it all the way through here. Just a rough chop of the leaves and the stems. I never throw out the stems. There's plenty of flavour in the stems, and you don't want to waste them at all. Not everyone likes coriander, but I do, so I put plenty of it in there like this. Now, once it's in there, just mix it around so you fold that fresh coriander through there. This will cool down in a couple of minutes, but it won't matter because I'm just going to get on with making these spring rolls anyway. Pop that off to the side there. Now, it's time to bring the spring rolls in. I'll pop these here, and I'll just take the cover off them. When I'm using spring roll wrappers, I like to cover them up with a damp towel so they don't dry out. Now, to stick the spring roll wrappers together, I'm going to use a couple of eggs. Just crack them into a bowl like this. 2 eggs, I think, will be enough. And that's about it. Now, with a fork, I'll mix them together. A little tip is I always mix the eggs with a fork because they mix up really, really quickly. There you go. That's all you need to do. Now, the mixture is a little bit hot, but I'm going to hot load. I'm going to get these into the oil as quick as I can. I put a good amount, probably a tablespoon and a half on there, and then brush the outside here with the egg. The egg is really important because that will stick the wrappers together. And then it's a matter of folding them over like this, and then folding them over like that side there. And then with the egg, just give it a little bit of a brush like that, and then roll them over. Now, if you're worried about the spring roll wrappers being a little bit thin, you could always double wrap them. And that way they'll be nice and thick and crunchy. But all you need to do once you've got these wrapped up like this is pop them into the oil like that. You can see it's just starting to bubble. Let it go, and we're off and running. I'll roll a few more of these, get them in the oil, and we'll be eating spring rolls in no time. The spring rolls are nice and golden. Once they're ready, bring them out and pop them onto a wire rack. I find if you put anything in your deep fryer onto a wire rack, it doesn't go soggy. Paper towel is fine, but I find it goes a little bit soggy if you leave it there for too long. And always put a little bit of salt on the outside. That's what it's all about, making it nice and tasty. Now, in here, I've got some Chinese black vinegar, some soy sauce, ginger and coriander. A nice little dipping sauce for these spring rolls. Onto the bowl it goes. And then I've got a lovely plate here with spring onions, mint and lettuce ready to go. I would serve these spring rolls just like this. Stack them up like that with the dressing on the side and they're ready to go. Now I've got a lettuce leaf here and I'll grab this spring roll. It makes it so much easier when you wrap the spring roll in a lettuce leaf. You can hold it, you can do anything with it. Now I'll cut this in half so you can see what it looks like. The chicken, the corn, the cabbage, all looking great. Now I'll just grab a bit of this sauce, spoon it into the top there. Oh, this is going to be great. That's a fantastic spring roll. Really crunchy on the outside, lots of crunch on the inside. That sauce is sweet and soy in there as well. The ginger's perfect. That's a great spring roll. Why would you ever go out and buy them when you can make them like this at home?